Hey Dr. Nash, my name is Nash Kassam, and in this video I want to discuss some areas of improvement for your website and online marketing. I want to start off by saying I really do like the design of your website. I think the company that worked on it have done some really good stuff, and visually it's very appealing. Um, but what I wanted to do is provide a little bit of value for you right away and give you some suggestions. If you're happy with the suggestions, you can either set up a phone call with me and we can discuss, if you're happy with your growth and things of that nature. Ultimately, I'm trying to find 2 referral partners in Charlotte, and I'm looking to refer out about 400 patients over the next 2 years, and I'm just looking for the 2 best general and cosmetic dentists to work with. And if you're happy with how everything's going, maybe just provide some of these tips on to your current company and see if they agree with me. So I'm just going to jump right into it. The first thing I wanted to discuss is your ranking. As you can see, you have only a few page 1 rankings. And I quickly, using Google's keyword tool, I quickly just typed in those keywords to see how much traffic there is. Unfortunately, the words you rank for don't generate a whole bunch of traffic. So I'm not sure if you're using Google AdWords or not, but that might be a good way to get some more traffic to your website. The way keywords or the way rankings work and what's called click dispersion works is that people will typically click on the first result. So let's just find a picture here. So people are mostly going to click up in here, and then some will click down here, some will click down here, and by the time we get down to your business, if we're only getting 100 to 200 searches, we might only be capturing 20 or 30 clicks from these specific keywords, and then of those, a portion will contact your office. So I think if you are paying for SEO, you just need to be optimizing some of the more competitive keywords a little bit better, because right now, even though you have a couple good first page rankings, there just isn't enough search volume for those keywords to see a really tangible result. Now the good news is you will see some traffic, and because you're a cosmetic clinic and the price per service is a little bit higher than general right at the beginning, you're probably seeing a positive return on investment. The question is are you seeing, or how good of a return on investment are you seeing? The other thing I noticed here is that you rank 6 for the maps and 7 respectively for some of the top keywords, but unfortunately that doesn't actually result in anything. You do need to be ranking in the top 3 to get displayed on Google's map. So just something you might want to work on. Let's take a look at your website here. First and foremost, I really like how you have your number right up at the top. It's easy for people to contact you. One thing I would do is I would get rid of this as a link. People might accidentally click it when they're at other places on your website, and taking people back to the home page doesn't move them any closer to the sale. The next thing I would do is I would add a button here. Right now there's a lot of real estate being used in this area and you don't have any call to action here. So maybe something like request a free consult or something to that effect. As far as symmetry goes, I would put a man in this box here, so you have a woman, man, woman, man. It just is going to be a little bit more pleasant on the eye. Also, I'd put a tiny description under porcelain veneers, smile makeovers, dental implants, and smile gallery. It might just get someone closer to making a decision and moving to the next stage of the buying process. If this is one of your patients, I would write in actual patient or smile created by Dr. Nash. If it is one of your patients, if not, no big deal. And then the next thing I would do, let's take a look at your cosmetic page. So let's go for just extreme makeover, for example. So as you can see here, this is what I'd get rid of this link to the home page. If people click on your logo, they can get back there, or the home. So I think you're wasting up a link there. I'm not sure that does much. I would put in a call to action above in this little section if you can. I would get rid of this menu. If someone knows they want an extreme makeover, I wouldn't direct them to one of the additional pages, especially considering that this is what's called above the fold. So the fold is where the scroll reach is, or the scroll bar would be. we want to use this real estate as productively as possible. So I wouldn't waste links above the fold for services that we know they're not interested in and services that take people away from moving forward in the buying process. Clearly, someone already knows they want a smile makeover if they've gotten this far, and obviously they're going to be able to find the other services if they just go up to the menu. So I would actually bring this contact form all the way up here, or what I would do is I would try to put some proof points. So the proof point that I think you under highlight is the fact that you've been featured in different articles. Like, that's a huge deal. Obviously, you're a very talented dentist. If magazines and things of that nature are featuring you in their office, I would take these pictures right down here, put them up here, say as featured in, and that's what we call a proof point. It's going to validate you as a prospective dentist for them, and it's going to move them closer to making a purchase decision. The next thing I would do kind of throughout this site is try to focus a little bit more on what makes you different or why someone should take the next step, which is usually a consultation. So instead of saying contact us, I would say something, book your free consultation. And then as far as like what an extreme makeover can fix, this is what we call a functional benefit. So it can fix cracked, chipped, or damaged teeth. That's good. You should have that. But really what we want to do is what's the emotional benefit? So what does cracking or chipping and fixing that, what does that actually confidence? So maybe it's smile with more confidence, enhance your relationships, be more in love with yourself. Whatever the emotional benefit is of fixing some of this stuff up is what you should be at some way clearly communicating. The next thing is if we look at your analytics, I could probably tell you with a fair amount of confidence that you probably get somewhere between 2 and 3 pages, maybe 4 if you're lucky as far as the average engagement goes. And so we've already have people getting to the home page, then we have them coming to your Extreme Makeover page, and we're hoping they either fill out this form or get to the contact page. What that means is the chance of someone both getting to the Smile Gallery and the reviews page in addition to those other pages is actually kind of low. And the reviews and the Smile Gallery are actually what people need to see to validate you as a dentist. So somewhere on here you need to have your reviews so that people can see that you've helped other folks. And then I would also include your Smile Gallery on your Smile Makeover page because that tells a story. You know, pictures tell 1,000 words. As far as your actual Smile Gallery goes, I notice like if you click on the slideshow, it shows a different image to start. So that's kind of a little glitch I just found. But let's click on this before case. What I would do is I would actually put this before after right next to, I would put his after picture right next to his before picture as far as headshot goes, so that people can see the before and the after side by side. And then if you want to have a case study as well, I would put this after clinical picture next to the before picture. So again, people can see that side by side. The other thing I would do is I would try to add a testimonial in for each patient so that they can, in their own words, tell you how you changed their lives. I've looked at the work. It's good work here. I'm impressed with the quality of the makeovers you provide. So what I would do is I would take the Smile Gallery, I would improve it a little bit, and then I would add that and the reviews to your actual pages. Now, one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to find 2 partners to work with. We could probably keep a lot of your current website and just make some improvements, but I've also built a website that addresses some of the challenges. We would change out a fair amount of the text, but this is just kind of an idea of what we'd get. But the one page I really want to focus on, let's just start with the cosmetic, the veneers and crowns page. Right away you can see porcelain veneers can increase confidence, enhance relationships, and create a better first impression. So that's what we call an emotional benefit. So if someone might have a discolored teeth or poor alignment, that's the problem isn't the fact that their smile looks bad. The problem is what those inconsistencies in their smile cause. It causes a lack of confidence. It causes them to not smile. It causes them to appear unhappy. So yes, we're fixing the color, we're fixing the alignment, when we work with a customer, but more importantly, we're changing their life by fixing the result of that. So you can see right away we focus on why someone should be coming to you and changing up their smile, not what changing your smile looks like. The other thing you can see we do is we focus on what makes you different from other practitioners, and of course these can be changed, but those are some of our key messaging points. Additionally, we can add a gallery here, but I've actually added a case study section where we can go in and you can actually write up a case for each patient and how you change their life. So maybe a testimonial to start, a nice before and after picture with their full face. You can tell a story, so meet Sarah, this is what she wanted, this is what we did, and then you can add your clinical pictures, of course with a call to action there. So that's an example of the case, and then of course we can add as much information and then additional proof points down here. So even though your website, I would say, looks just as good visually as this website, maybe even better, my website's going to convert a lot more because we use the right types of taglines. We focus on delivering content in a certain way. We use a certain type of picture. So I like your website, but I'd love to see your analytics just to see what kind of engagement and conversions it's generating. So yeah, ultimately my goal is to partner up with 2 clinics here, and I'm just setting up phone calls. As you can see, we've done a lot of research, keyword research on Charlotte, in the city of Charlotte, and we've picked out a bunch of keywords, and then using different conversion metrics which we have from existing customers, we can see what return on investment we can get from certain initiatives, and we've crafted up a plan that basically focuses both on the short term and on the long term. In the short term, we're going to get you some new cosmetic patients using AdWords, and we're going to get you some new general patients using AdWords. In the long term, we're going to focus on getting you up to the top of Google, both in the map section and organically, and we're going to focus again both on cosmetic and on general. What you will find after a year, and these numbers are going to be pretty accurate because we've done this for a bunch of folks using the same calculator, is you're going to see about 50 new patients, cosmetic patients in year 1, about 99 new patients, general patients in year 1. You're going to see 89 cosmetic patients in year 2, and 197 general patients in year 2. So overall, that's 436 new patients. If you attach the short-term value of a new patient of a cosmetic patient at $3,000 and the short-term value of a general patient at $1,500, as well as a lifetime value at $10,000, your short-term return on investment, so within 1 year you will make back $863,000 on $60,000 spent, which equals a $7 to $1 return on investment. If we attach that $10,000 lifetime value to the new patient, both for general and cosmetic, you can see that our return on investment will be roughly $4.3 million over the course of the patient's lifetime, and that equals $36 for the $1 invested. Ultimately, my goal is to learn more about your business. This isn't a marketing program for everyone, but your office definitely looks qualified for it. I know I can definitely help you get to the top of Google and get more smile cases, and ultimately I'd love just 10 or 15 minute phone call to kind of go over your goals, see if they're aligned with our growth goals, and see if you'd make a good partner for our referral program here. So give me a call, send me an email, let's get in touch. I'm going to post this video up to YouTube so that you can see the link and watch the video, and hopefully you get back to me. I can be reached at 1-888-611-2669. Thanks, Dr. Nash. Appreciate it.